So the news is official. Opetaia will be facing off against David Nyika. This is gonna be a very good fight. David Nyika is a Olympian. He was a bronze medalist at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. He also has had he's a bronze medalist in the Tokyo Olympics. He was also a gold medalist in the 2014, 2018 Commonwealth Games at light heavyweight and heavyweight. He's a guy who has a decorated amateur background. A lot of things he's done over the years has been very well. You know, he's fought guys like Shivan Clark, a guy who just recently lost over the weekend at cruiserweight. He has a lot of experience in the amateur background, has good fundamentals. He's a very good fighter. This dude's been developing a long time. I know he's been a fighter that people were trying to tie him in with, like David Junior Fa. But he's a different kind of fighter. He's not the same type of guy as most of these people. He does do similar things to what Joseph Parker does. But like I said, this guy's a bronze medalist at heavyweight. Has very good fundamentals. He's at 6'6". He's a cruiserweight right now. So you gotta think about it. This guy was good enough to fight at cruiserweight now, and also his frame wasn't to the point where he had that much weight where he could take down, but he had enough weight on him to where he was able to flourish and do a lot of things at the heavyweight division in the Olympic Games. So he's a huge threat. This is gonna be a very good fight, very dangerous fight. Also, it can go either way depending on how it goes. But this is a very tall guy to be fighting, especially with a guy like Opetaia. He's not as tall as a guy like Nyika is. Nyika's 6'6". He's a very tall man. At cruiserweight, he has to be like the tallest cruiserweight I've seen so far. And his reach is 79 inches right now. So that's a huge advantage. Opetaia's gonna have to step to him, fighting the inside. It's gonna be very difficult to be on the outside, going back and forth with this guy. But I think the matchup they did with this fighter was very, very good. They didn't waste any time. They said it was only gonna take a couple of days, and they got it done. This guy's a huge threat. But this is a good fight they're putting together. This is a world title fight. There was a lot of fighters lining up to get a chance to fight for this cruiserweight title. They know that if they can get a chance at winning this fight, they're basically in the door when it comes to Riyadh season. This is a Riyadh season sponsored fight, Ring Magazine, and a lot of things that Turki Al-Sheikh is doing right now is leading towards a lot of fights like this. That's why the options and the money and the pay and the purse, it's not gonna be extraordinary, but it's gonna be more than what these guys have received in the past. And with 10 fights on the line, you know, a lot of promoters would actually sit back and just say, you know what, I'll let this guy develop. Even though Nyika's 29, I've seen them wait until 30, 32 for cruiserweights or heavyweights to develop a certain way. They could have went a different direction and had Nyika go from cruiserweight to bridgerweight and then heavyweight like they did, like Lawrence Okolie is doing right now. But it's gonna be a very tough fight. Opetaia is a very good fighter. He's all game. He's ready to fight anybody. He doesn't care about the opponent switches and the changes. He's gonna prepare the same way. But a lot of for a domestic fight, this is gonna be huge, especially in Australia. And it's gonna be on January 8th. And this is the opponent he has. This is a replacement opponent, but very good replacement in my eyes. I'm good with this. It's gonna be a huge challenge. Maybe Opetaia can go out there and stop this guy early, but we'll see. It's gonna be something that's gonna be different. This guy is 6'6", man. That's a very tall guy, very long arm reach, and Opetaia knows that this is gonna be a huge challenge for him, but he's ready for anybody right now. And I like how they're matching this up because they could have gave him a fighter, even though Nyika only has 10 fights. The dude amateur background speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be someone who's gonna go in there and just lay down. And he accepted this fight for a reason, and he knows what's at stake. And he's the #1 ranked guy in his situation. outside of Opetaia. He also reigns from New Zealand and Australia, so this guy's familiar with the whole situation. He knows eventually. He knew eventually one day the fight between him and Opetaia will be on the table, and that will be an option. And he didn't waste any time. He took it. Opetaia is 6'2", 76 inch arm reach. They're around the same age, so I'm pretty sure they're familiar with each other. And this is gonna be a huge, huge matchup for these guys. I know Jack Massey was somebody that Opetaia just faced recently, but I think this is a whole different ball game when it comes to matchups. But it's gonna be good, man. I think this is gonna be very entertaining, and Justice Huni's gonna be the co-main event, and we're gonna see. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.